I am Dheeraj Singh, working as an assistant professor in ABS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So, today we are in this we will study Norton's theorem in our network analysis and synthesis lecture series. So, in the last class we have studied Thevenin's theorem. What is Thevenin's theorem, how it is applied in case of DC sources, in case of AC sources, in case of dependent sources. So, today we will find out the Norton's theorem. So, these are the contents that we are going to cover today. First of all, again we will see the definition, what is the definition of Norton's theorem, then how it will be applied on DC circuits, अप्लाई कैसे करेंगे हम नॉर्टन्स थ्योरम को DC सर्किट्स पे, then we will apply how we will illustrate how it will apply in case of dependent sources, then there is an example on AC source. So, this is the definition. If we have a network which is linear, active and bilateral and it has some voltage and current sources connected. So, it can be replaced by a single equivalent current source and in parallel with a single equivalent impedance. So, that single equivalent current source is known as ISC or IN, which is short circuit current or known as Norton's current, and with this current source we connect in parallel with a single impedance which is known as Zn or Zth, which is Norton's impedance or Thevenin's impedance. So, ISC or IN is short circuit current and or Norton's current, and Zn or Zth is internal impedance of source network when looking through the open circuited load terminal. So, what we will do, for example, we have a linear network, it can be converted into a short circuit current source, it can be converted into a current source in parallel with a impedance. That current source is termed as ISC, short circuit current, and that impedance is termed as Zn, which is Norton's impedance. Now, we will see how we can convert this into this and how we will find out the value of ISC, which is short circuit current, and how we will find out the value of Zn, which is the same as Thevenin impedance. Now, we will start with an example. So, we need to find out the current in 10 ohm resistor. We have to find out current in this using Norton's theorem. So, what we do in Thevenin's theorem? We open circuit these terminals A and B. So, in Norton's theorem, we short circuit terminals A and B to find out the value of ISC, because we are short circuiting it, that is why it is also known as short circuit current ISC, or you can also term it as IN, short circuit current or Norton's current. So, first of all we will find out the value of ISC. To find out the ISC, we have short circuited terminals A B, where we need to find out the current in 10 ohm resistor. So, since it is short circuited, no current will flow in this, 0 ampere will flow in this. If it is 0 ampere, the whole current will flow in this path, because it is a short circuit path. So, we will get the value of short circuit current as 30 divided by 5 equals to 6 ampere. This is how we calculate short circuit current in case of Norton's theorem. Now, we will find out the Rn. The procedure to find out Rn is same as Thevenin method. It is also known as RTH. So, to find out Rn or RTH, we will replace all the independent energy sources by their internal resistance. So, we have one independent source here, 30 volt. So, we will remove this, we will replace it with the short circuit. So, when we will replace it with the short circuit we will get the network as this one. We have 5 ohm, here we have 5 ohm, in series with 30 volt. Since 30 volt has been replaced by short circuit, so we will have 5 ohm only. So, R n can be seen from terminal A B, it can be seen that R n will be equal to 5 in parallel with 15, or you can say it will be equal to 3.75 ohm. So, we have find out ISC, which is 6 ampere, we have found out R n, which is 3.75 ohm. Now, we need to find out the current I, which is the current in 10 ohm resistor. So, using current divider rule, we will get I will be equal to ISC into R n divided by R n plus 10. So, it will be 6 multiplied by 3.75, which is R n. Since we are calculating in 10 ohm resistor, so we will write R n in numerator divided by R n plus 10. So, we will get 1.636 ampere as current in 10 ohm resistor. This is how we obtain Norton's equivalent circuit or current using Norton's theorem in any branch. First, we will short circuit the terminal on which we need to find out the current. Then we will find out RTH or RN by replacing all the independent volt energy sources by their internal resistance, that we have done here, and then we can replace the whole network into a single equivalent source, current source in parallel with the resistance R n. इससे हमने replace कर दिया. So, there is one more example using Norton's theorem. So, again in this we need to find out the voltage. So, voltage is voltage across this 2 ohm resistor. To find out the voltage across this 2 ohm resistor or terminal A B, voltage across terminal A B, first of all we will find out short circuit current. So, to find out the short circuit current, we have short circuited terminal A B, इसको हमने शॉर्ट सर्किट कर दिया, एंड द करंट फ्लोइंग इन दिस शॉर्ट सर्किट टर्मिनल इज ISC. So, to find out the ISC, we have applied mesh analysis. Suppose the current in this mesh is I1 and we have current I2 and we have current I3 in another mesh. So, it can be seen that ISC will be equal to I1 minus I2, because I1 is in the direction of ISC and I2 is in the direction opposite to ISC. So, ISC will be equal to I1 minus I2. So, after that, since I1 is 1 ampere, it can be seen that I1 is 1 ampere. So, there is no need to apply mesh analysis here, because I1 is has already will be 1 ampere. Now, apply, if it is mesh 2, apply KVL in mesh 2. So, we will get 6 I2 4, we will get 4 I2 plus 2 I2 minus 4 I3 0. So, this will lead to this equation 6 I2 minus 4 I3 equals to 0. Then we will apply in third mesh, from third mesh we will get the equation as minus 4 I2 plus 5 I3 equals to minus 3, because the direction of current is from plus to minus. So, after solving these two equations, we will get the value of I2 as minus 0.857 ampere. I1 we have calculated as 1 ampere. So, the short circuit current will be equal to I1 minus I2 and we will get it as 1.857 ampere. This is how we find out short circuit current. शॉर्ट सर्किट करंट निकालने के बाद वी विल फाइंड आउट RTH or RN. Now, to find out RN, we have replaced or we have removed all the independent sources since it was a current source. So, it has been open circuited now, it has been removed or replaced by its internal resistance. Now, there is a voltage of 3 volt. So, we have replaced it with short circuit. Now, we are left with the circuit is this one. Now, to find out the RN, you can see that 4 will be in parallel to 1, 4 will be in parallel to 1, and the parallel combination of 1 and 4 will be in series combination of 2. So, we will get RN as 1 in parallel with 4 plus 2, and it will be 2.8 ohm. So, we will get the value of RN as 2.8 ohm. Now, next is our question was to find out the value of V voltage using Norton's theorem. So, we have calculated ISC, which is 1.857 ampere, we have calculated RN, which is 2.8 ohm. So, 1.857 ampere, we have ISC, 2.8 ohm is RN, and in parallel we have 2 ohm across which we need to find out the voltage. Since both RN and 2 ohm are connected in parallel, so voltage across RN will be equal to voltage across 2 ohm, and it will be equal to 1.857 multiplied by 2.8 in parallel with 2, because both are connected in parallel. So, we will get the value of V as 2.166 volt. So, this is how we apply Norton's theorem in DC networks. The procedure is same. First, short circuit the terminals, calculate ISC, short circuit current, then find out RN or RTH by removing all the independent energy sources or by replacing independent energy sources by their internal resistance, and then draw a equivalent circuit of Norton's in which we have a current source and we have a resistance RN. So, the next we are going to discuss how we will apply Norton in case of dependent sources. Now, to find out the in this question we need to find out the Norton equivalent across the terminal AB. यहाँ से हमें Norton equivalent circuit निकालना है टर्मिनल AB का. Now, the procedure will be same. First of all, we will short circuit the, or since it is a case of independent source, in case of dependent source, RTH will be equal to VOC divided by short circuit current. In case of dependent source, RTH or RN is always equal to VOC, open circuit voltage, divided by short circuit current. Now, first of all we will find out open circuit voltage. We will see what is open circuit voltage, then we will find short circuit current. After dividing open circuit voltage to short circuit current, we will get the value of RTH. As written here, RN or RTH in case of dependent source, the method to find out RTH or RN in case of dependent source is VOC divided by ISC. Now, we will find out VOC. So, to find out VOC, or you can say VTH, we have open circuited the terminal AB. Now, after open circuiting the terminal AB and applying KCL at this point, यहाँ पर अगर मैं KCL लगाऊंगा, then we will have V1 minus 50 by 2, V1 divided by 4 plus 5 ampere will be equal to 0, because there is no current flowing in this branch. So, after applying KCL, we got the value of V 1 as 26.66 volt. Since V 1 is 26.66 volt, now VOC will be equal to V 1, since there is no current flowing in this. So, it will be V 1 it will also be equal to VOC. So, VOC will be equal to, or the voltage so the voltage across this will be equal to 10 IA dash plus VTH, or VOC will be equal to V 1 minus 10 IA dash. Voltage at this point is V 1. So, when we will apply here, we will get V 1 minus 10 IA dash will be equal to VOC or VTH. Now, VOC will be equal to V 1 minus 10 into IA dash, and what will be the value of IA dash? IA dash is the current flowing here. So, it will be equal to 50 minus V 1 divided by 2, and we will get the open circuit voltage as minus of 90 volt. So, we will get it as minus 90 volt. So, the procedure is open circuit terminals A B, then applied KCL at this point. After applying KCL, we got the value of V 1 as this. Now, VOC will be equal to V 1 minus 10 into IA dash, because the voltage source is 10 IA dash. So, we got the value of VOC as minus 90 volt. Now, we will find out the value of short circuit current. So, to find out the short circuit current, we have replaced it with the terminal with short circuiting. So, applying KVL in this loop. So, what we will get applying KVL in this loop? We will get 50, drop across 2 ohm will be 2 IA dash, and the voltage drop across 4 ohm is V 1 dash. So, it will be equal to 0, and we will get the value of V 1 dash as 10 IA dash. Now, we have calculated V 1 dash. V 1 dash equals to 10 IA dash, because all these things are in parallel. If it the voltage across it is V 1, voltage across this current source will also be V 1, and the voltage across this will also be V 1. So, you can see that V 1 will be equal to 10 IA double dash. So, after applying this, after putting the value of V 1 in this equation, we will get the value of IA double dash as 4.166 एम्पेयर. IA double dash आ गया हमारे पास. Now, apply KCL at this point. So, KCL लगाया हमने V 1 by 4 plus 5 plus V 1 dash minus 50 divided by 2, and we have one more current is flowing here, which is short circuit current ISC, plus ISC equals to 0. So, we have got the value of V 1 dash by 4 10.415 plus 5 minus 4.17 plus ISC equals to 0, and we will got the value of short circuit current as minus 11.245 ampere. Now, we have RN that we have defined as open circuit voltage divided by short circuit current. Open circuit voltage we have minus 90, short circuit current we have 11 minus 11.245. So, we will get the value of RN as 8 ohm. Now, this will be our Norton's equivalent circuit across terminals A B, in which because short circuit current is in negative. So, direction of this current source will be downwards. So, it will be 11.245 ampere, direction इसकी downward होगी because here we have negative sign. Then we have 8 ohm which is R n. So, this is how we apply Norton's theorem in case of dependent sources. So, there is one more example how to find out Norton's equivalent across terminal x y, and we need to find out, first of all, it is a case of dependent source because the current flowing here is I and a current source is 6 I. Since the current is I and the current is here 6 I, it is a case of dependent source. This is a current source which is dependent on current flowing in 6 ohm resistor. So, again R n will be equal to V o c by I s c. So, first of all we will find out V o c, open circuit voltage. After that we will find out I s c, which will be short circuit current. Now, open circuit voltage find out करने के लिए we will open circuit this, it is already open, we have defined it here as V o c. So, apply KCL here, or you can also apply 20 minus V 1 plus 6 I minus I equals to 0. So, 20 minus V 1, so it will be 20 minus V 1 divided by 3. Here we have V 1 by 6 and the whole 6 I, because it is open circuited. So, it will be 6 I, or the current is I also flowing, V 1 by 6 I will be equal to V 1 by 6. So, we get the equation as 20 minus V 1 by 3, which is this current, plus 6 I minus I equals to 0. 6 I which is incoming current and outgoing current is I. So, it will be equal to 0, and we have also found out that I will be equal to V 1 by 6. So, we will get the value as 20 minus V 1 by 3, this equation will be 20 minus V 1 by 3 plus 5 I equals to 0. In this we have put I value as V 1 by 6, we have got the value as 5 V 1 by 6 equals to 0, or V 1 will be equal to minus 50 by 3 volts. So, this is the value of V 1. Now, we have got the value of V 1. Now, what will be V o c? V o c will be equal to V 1 plus 2 into 6 I. It will be V 1 and the current flowing in is 6 I. So, V o c will be equal to 6 I into 2, 6 I into 2 plus V 1 plus V 1 voltage at this point. This will be equal to V o c. V 1 plus 12 I, we have found out that I will be equal to V 1 by 6. So, V o c will be equal to 3 V 1, and we have got the value of V o c equals to 3 V 1. V 1 we have calculated as minus 40 by 3, and it will be equal to minus 40 volt. So, this is V o c. Next we will find out short circuit current. To find out short circuit current, we have short circuited it, applying KVL around the loop. So, we will get minus 20 plus 3 into I 1 minus 6 I 1 minus 6 I dash plus 6 I dash 6 I 1 minus I 2 equals to 0, applying in this loop 1. So, also I dash will be equal to I 1 minus I 2, because the current flowing in here is I dash, which will be equal to I 1 minus I 2. Putting this into this equation, we will get the value as this one. Now, आफ्टर दैट अप्लाई इन मैश 2, सेकेंड मैश में अप्लाई करें हमने केवीएल इक्वेशन, वी विल गेट 2 इंटू I2 माइनस 6 I डैश प्लस 6 इंटू I2 माइनस I1, 6 into I2 minus I1 equals to 0, and we know that I dash equals to I1 minus I2. We will put in this equation, we will get the equation as this one. So, solving these two equations, we will get I2 equals to ISC equals to minus 10 ampere. ISC will be equal to I2 because same current flowing in this mesh is I2. तो मेरे पास जो शॉर्ट सर्किट करंट आया दैट इज माइनस 10 एम्पेयर. Now, Rn will be equal to VOC by ISC, or minus 40 by minus 10, it will be 4 ohm, and Norton's equivalent circuit will be, we will have direction is upward. So, we have introduced a negative sign here because direction I have represented as upward, and Rn will be equal to 4 ohm. This will be the its Norton's equivalent. Now, we will see one example on AC network, how we will solve in case of AC. In this we need to find out current IL. So, again to find out the current IL, first we will short circuit it. Short circuit कर दिया हमने इसको. We have found out IN. IN will be equal to 20 at an angle of 0 divided by J4, current which will be produced by this, then current which will be produced by this. So, it will be equal to 10 at an angle of 90 plus minus J divided by minus J6. So, we will get the value as 5.27 at an angle of minus 108.47 degree ampere. So, this will be the current IN. Now, to find out Zn, what we will do? To find out Zn, we will short circuit all the independent energy sources. We will short circuit all the independent energy sources. So, we will get the value of Zn as J4 in parallel with minus J6, and after solving this we will get J into 12 ohm as the value of Zn. So, finally, we are getting this Norton's equivalent as IN, which we have calculated here. This one we have calculated Zn, J12 ohm, and we have 6 plus J8 in which we need to find out the load current IL, 6 plus J8 ohm. So, we will apply current divider rule. So, IN, this is IL. So, IL will be equal to IN multiplied by Zn divided by Zn plus ZL. IN we have calculated as 5.27 at an angle of minus 109.47 degree. Zn is J12, then J12 plus 6 plus J8, and we will get the value of load current as this one in rectangular coordinates, and then this one we have the value of current in polar coordinates. The unit will be ampere. So, this is the referred book. So, what we have studied today is Norton's theorem, its definition, how it will be applied in case of DC circuits, how it will be applied in case of dependent source. In case of dependent source, we will find out Rn the same as RTH, which will be equal to open circuit voltage divided by short circuit current. Then we have studied how to apply Norton's in case of AC network. So, thank you all. We will see you in next lecture.